fires on the M8. M8 has 1/4 health back. If he can kill off this Shrek squad, he should be able to push with this M8 and then scratch that. He has an AT gun in the back. It's camoed. Not sure if the US player knows about that, and the Vermont player knows. He just needs to fall back a little bit to the safety of the AT gun and MG, as those two squads alone don't need to take that damage, don't need to fight the fight by themselves here. So he goes around to prevent that MG from firing on the rest of his squads, trying to do a flank right here. They are kind of blobbed up, so that mortar, if it gets a good hit, it's going to do so much damage. And he's not moving his squads at all, and the Vermont player knows this. He's trying to keep them in there, moving his squads deep in there. Mortar, here it comes. Here comes a grenade. Oh, gets a nasty hit, and the mortar lands, killing one more squad, forced to retreat. Very good hold there, and should be free to start decapping this US player. Very nice with keeping him in this game by decapping during that fight. And now he has the right side. He does have the VP advantage still, as it is 414 to 330. Going to do a quick synchronization here. I'm at the 14-minute marks. 14, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, and so here the Vermont player got a great hold in the middle, setting up MGs once again. One MG here facing the right, one MG in that building. So both flanks are covered near that graveyard. If he wants to go to the right of that graveyard, there's an MG waiting for him. Wants to go left of that graveyard, MG also waiting for him. So really the US player, I'd say, would have to, I mean, if he knows, if he's really good at micro and whatnot, and could push in the middle and beat him, that would be great. Or he could go like straight all the way north, the left side of his base, and then come down from the north and do a flank. And that'll kind of catch the Vermont player off guard, as all his MGs and his main focus right now is facing towards the right. And yeah, that's what he's doing here. He's bringing 3 rifle squads and 2 flaming engineer squads. So that is a long walk. Definitely want to make it count. M8 here on the right, going to do a little annoyance and try to distract the Vermont player. Catches attention to the right, which is a great move here. AT gun's facing that way, 1 MG's facing that way. He's got 2 squads down there, 1 mortar squad. Here he could catch the mortar squad on the left side. He just has to watch out for this MG sitting in the church there. If you can take care of that quickly and then move in, that would be awesome. Now we have more, oh, that's not artillery, just mortars firing here on the right side. And here he comes. So now the Vermont player knows the US player's over here. He's capping that strategic point. Definitely saw all those squads now, and he's making his moves. Could, there he goes, spreading out his squads very well there. He knows his MG. Suppresses only 1 squad there. So now 3 squads are free to move in. Forces that mortar back. Oh no, the MG suppresses 2 squads on the right here. And I don't think he's going to be able to come out here, as the Vermont player's adjusted very well, and he's getting too many squads suppressed in here. Honestly, I think he should have went like far to the right before decapping anything. Go in this building, have the MG fire onto that building to the right of that church. It's kind of near the VP, if you guys are watching through your own replay there, where these 2 squads are suppressed and now are retreating, and then he can move in from the back side of the church. That's just my opinion on there. That's what I usually would do. And here we go. Nice. So he repels the US player back again. However, he needs to start on these VPs soon. The Vermont player has been in a very tight defensive position, and it's been working out for him really well. It's just he hasn't been able to establish the map control for the VP for the VPs here, and the US player has, as the US player is just kind of constantly attacking him, so he can maintain that map control. Even though he's been losing those fights, he wants to keep him in there so he can win the VP fight. But the Vermont player will know this, and he is decapping the north VP, decapping actually pretty much the north side, reclaiming that map. Always want to start capping after you've beaten back your opponent, as multiple of his squads will be back there. Now he has a weapon support center, triad center being built, and a sniper on the field. So he's probably really sick of those MGs suppressing his squads, And that will be really annoying for the Vermont player. Because if that sniper starts firing on your MG while you're in a fight, you're gonna have a tendency to move up and take care of that sniper. Well, you move up, he's gonna have rifle squads waiting for you. He's gonna have his whole army waiting for you. So let's see how it works out here. But he does have a mortar here. Maybe the mortar can get an awesome shot on him. Seeing the attack here, we have veteran C. What veteran C here? Oh, there's actually 2 veteran C. I didn't even notice that. So double veteran C for the Vermont player. And so there he goes, doing his slow push again, which is MGs and mortars. Nice play there. Probably going to move his MG in this building here on the right side next to that low fuel point, +5 fuel point. M8 may catch that MG out there, as there's really nothing out here for him. The AT gun's way back here. Definitely want to keep AT guns in the back of your army, but it is out of position to really fire on anything, as there's just a lot of stuff here, and most of the fighting has been to the right, so it's going to be a little out of position. This MG here is still sitting guarding the right side. M8 does not notice that, so doesn't have to worry about it. And didn't realize US player moving a push on the left and right side, so he's going to go for a little pincher, maybe. And the M8 here gonna kind of scout it out, so he knows what's up. Do a little damage here. He does catch a mortar out here. Nothing here. As I said, the AT gun is slightly out of position. And now he calls off map artillery. 2 squads are in that range, and they need to move out. They do move out, and now he's going to do damage to the medic bunker. But he does force these 2 squads to push out away from the safety of that medic bunker, so the M8 can now fire on the Pioneer, Mortar, and MG. Now here comes the 2 flaming engineer, 1 engineer squad and a rifle squad. Forces the 1 MG to retreat, so that's definitely what he needs. Using for the fatherland, Vermont players using for the fatherland here. It gives you a, what does it give you here? Infantry. So they pretty much fight a lot better. And US player moving in from the north, 2 rifle squads. 1 is get pinned. We have a bike out. Is that sniper doing its thing here? Where's that sniper at? Here's that sniper. How many kills does it have? It has 2 kills, so it's firing on the MG. It's definitely paying for itself now. He needs to get 1 more shot on that MG so he can take this middle. As all his squads are getting suppressed. M8 even coming in, and he takes care of that MG. And now, lots of rifle squads. Only 2 grenadier squads, an AT gun, and a measly little bike that's about to die here. And I think the US players definitely come out and finally take the middle. He does lose the M8. That hurts. And Volk squad coming from the north, the MP40s, and they're going to pinch these 2 squads in the middle here. Will he hold on? The sniper's firing in from the north. Does manage to get the veteran. Oh, and he pushes the US player out. He tried so hard, but he did the damage he did. He took out the MG, took out a mortar squad, an AT gun. So the Vermont player does have 1 MG squad here. So that was a good push. If he can reinforce quickly and then come back and try to beat the Vermont player from, getting strong again, building the offensive position, I think he can do it. Because there are really not as many MGs before, and yes, the howitzer's out. So say that last fight he had a howitzer, he could have called in a artillery strike on any squads and force them to retreat. So technically it would be like a neutral win. It's like a draw, because both of them were forced to retreat, and he could come in here and start to attack in a much more comfortable position. Sniper trying to do a little harassment, but it will get. Oh, and here comes artillery. Where are you firing at? Heard water. Really, if you could get that artillery strike on the middle, that would have been awesome, because his sniper spotted that. I know his sniper spotted that because he was walking near that middle church, and there was a bunch of squads clumped up there. And if they moved, you still have 1 squad in the church, and you would have probably got something out of that, as it is half health. So now the US player has his own AT gun, has his howitzer out. He has all the squads moving up in the north here, going to take care of that Volk squad, capping that 16 munitions. And the US player's sniper here has 6 kills. Now the bulk of his army is moving down, leaving 1 squad to cap the +10. And checking the VPs here, 280, 338, So the Vermont player is slowly reclaiming his land here, and as a establishing good defensive position, winning the fights, force the U.S. player to fall back, and then once he falls back, caps and slowly creep out. That's so awesome. That's great play right there. Not getting too greedy. A lot of players get desperate and say, "Oh no, I'm down by 100 VPs," and start desperately getting over aggressive. And US player usually has the better capping power and can afford to be aggressive, as you're stuck with MGs and Volk squad. MGs can't really cap for you. They're more of a defensive style play. And artillery now firing in the middle, not really going to catch anything except that MG. Where is that other one here? Really not catching anything out there. So so the US player reclaiming the left side of the map there before he moves in. Vermont player should know he's over there and is going to start setting up his MGs and whatnot. They're kind of far back. There he goes. Now he's moving one MG up. Moving one rifle squad here up in the north. But the MG from the church does catch that. Wow, that is a long distance. How does he see that? I didn't know they could see that far, but here comes a bike, and maybe a Volk squad should take care of that rifle squad, but now he knows, since it is busy suppressing, he can flank the church in the middle. Two rifle squads, one engineer squad. Engineer squad does get pinned. Gonna have to retreat that engineer squad. And here in the middle, oh man, he's just getting torn up by these MGs. Vermont player has too good of a position. Now the artillery is coming in to try and break this. Forces two squads to retreat. Kills an AT gun. He uses For the Fatherland from the Vermont player. Rangers now out for the US player. I think there's just too many squads out here, as good as Ranger squads are, and now they are forced to retreat. Still cannot break this hold that the Romrock player has in the middle. More artillery coming in. Oh man, and he does force the Vermont player back, so that's awesome. Oh no. So he retreats all squads but one MG, and I think that one MG should prevent any type of ninja capping the US player wants to do, as he has one squad out now with veterancy. And yeah, he's going to start capping that middle VP, but I think that MG should hold, maybe go in that church, or just keep his distance and set up a suppression there. No, it's going to decide to stay there actually. So the US player now knows that this is his chance to take the middle. He forced him to retreat with his howitzer, and is capping the middle VP, as the VPs are almost even now, 280 234. Vermont player moving in his MG, going to suppress that rifle squad.